What's up? It's Brandon from trailspinTV. We are Overland Expo 2018 West. Just walking around, checking out all these different booths and seeing what kind of little knickknacks and, as Braxton says, patty wax. See what these guys got to sell us, and if there's anything new or innovative. Welcome to trailspinTV.
Have right here is called Shower Pouch. It's a full body wet wipe. We decided to do it because we were competing against these little people called babies. We're like, why are these people using baby wipes? So we designed something that is efficacious, it's pH balanced, it's a vegan formula, and it's hyperallergenic. If you look at it, our ingredients are aloe juice, tea tree oil, witch hazel. It was birthed out of the idea of overlanding, right? This is actually my teardrop. I pulled with a 2012 Jeep Rubicon, and I got tired after the third day of like building up a trash full of baby wipes. You know, I wanted something I could use one time, and I wanted something that was going to be strong enough to be able to handle the rigor of being a guy or even a child. So you'll see it's 2 foot by 1 foot. It has high tensile strength. It won't tear or break on you. It holds 50 grams of formula. If you were to think about 50 grams, that's roughly about a shot glass worth. So this formula absorbs and acts like a sponge. So with one wipe, you can wipe your head all the way down to your toes. Don't go the other way around, you'll hate yourself. And we sell them for $4 a piece, $3.50 a piece for a 10-pack. That's our Overland Special. But at the end of the day, we decided to do this because before you get into your sleeping bag, you get this grime and funk on you, you're able to wipe down. In conditions like it was yesterday, it was cold, which you can't do with a baby wipe. Since this is made out of foil, stick it in hot boiling water for 3 to 5 minutes, open it up, it starts steaming. You can smell the essential oils, wipe yourself down, and you have yourself like a spa experience. So it comes in 3 scents: cucumber, bamboo, and unscented. The unscented, we actually did a lot of R&D work with some grunts or some Marines out of Camp Pendleton, as well as some hunters. And then the bamboo and cucumber, believe it or not, it was kind of inspired from our wives. They wanted spa-inspired scents, but we put enough of scent in there that it wicks off within 5 minutes. So after that, you're squeaky clean. Not only does it clean you, the essential oils will actually moisturize your skin too. So you're not going to feel dry. Whereas baby wipes, it's water, and then it has a little bit of soap. That's why you get that little tacky feel on your skin. So there, you know, we developed this because there was nothing that addressed the need of an overlander, a camper, a hiker, a backpacker, a survivalist, you know, a bug out person, you name it. So this is our way of bringing this to market. We've been featured in Overland Bound, Expedition Portal, Gear Caster, Gear Junkie. I can't list them, but it's all on our website at www.theshowerpouch.com.
Cool, man.
And so we have a road shower, but it does not warm up.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you say that. So I have a road shower as well, and I'm also carrying 19 gallons of water.
Yeah.
I see this as like water conservation. You want to use your water to either drink or to like clean your dishes.
Right.
But to take a shower, I mean, that's obviously taking away 1/3 of your water.
Yeah.
This, you're able to stay on the range much longer.
Right.
You know, so use it. I see this as a tool within your tool belt. Still use your water, but you don't have to use it every day. Now you have something you can use every other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because we don't necessarily need to take a shower every day just because of the water thing.
Exactly.
And so it's just like, yeah, it'd be like really late at night, and I'm just like, I don't want to get in my sleeping bag, being all grimy and stuff, and like baby wipes, I'm sitting there like rubbing it and it just tears apart.
Exactly. Yeah. And especially you have a beard and facial hair, you look like Santa Claus when you're done. This won't do that. If you just look at it, I mean, you can. Yeah. And it took us a year of development working with the manufacturer out of the Carolinas to develop this. We wanted it to be able to fit in the back pocket, easy stowaway, and hold 50 grams of formula.
Walk into the porta potty with a big giant bulging thing of baby wipes.
Yeah. Our competitors are using like a disposable wet wipe as well, but it's like in a package. So the first one is super wet. By the time you get to the 10th one, it's dry. Yeah. This one is guaranteed. You're gonna have 50 grams of formula every single time.
Cool.
You know.
Appreciate
awesome.
it, man. Yeah,
thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
So the full body wet wipe, I actually am interested in a product like that because we're not taking showers every day, but there are times when I'm going to bed and I just want to feel clean and it's late. I don't want to pull out the road shower and have cold air and all of that. So I'm actually interested in that full body wet wipe.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I've heard about them before we went to go talk to that guy. It seems like a really cool solution rather than just getting your towel out and your soap and finding a place to shower, privacy and all that stuff. It's just cool to like get yourself nice and clean before you go to sleep. That's exactly when I would probably use it.
Yeah, so we have a sample of that and we'll try it out. We'll film it. We'll give our thoughts and opinions on it and maybe get some more.
So we make it's a hydration spray water bottle. It's got 3 spray patterns. It's got a shower, a stream, and a mist. And I like to think of it as a garden hose, a kitchen faucet, and your water bottle kind of mashed into one. And really the genesis for it was I was out backpacking and we had to make water potable in order to, and then if you do anything with your water bottle other than drinking, it's really inefficient. So like trying to brush your teeth or wash your face. So we added pressure to it and multiple spray patterns to a regular Nalgene bottle. So you pump it up to build pressure. And you rotate this to pick a spray pattern. This is your trigger. So if you see, it's going to be it's going to blow this way, but that's a mist. Oh, right in your camera.
You're okay.
Sorry. And then you rotate this way. It's a super soaker. Take the cap all the way off the shower pattern, and you drink out of it just like you would a straw. You put your mouth on it, and you spray. And
That's really cool, man. It's a good idea.
Yeah, thanks.
How long does the pressure, I mean, like, are you able to take like a full like rinse down, get yourself sudded up and just with one bottle?
Could you?
I did last night.
Yeah, okay.
I do it, yeah. So what I do is, like, if you got a place to hang it, it makes it easy. Well, I actually cheated. I use that as a new accessory for us. It's coming out later, that tube, but I just kind of hang it and then use that. And I stand on this little mat. So I wet down, lather up, and then you rinse off and towel off.
It's really cool.
So, yeah, I did it. The guys next behind me heated up the water.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably heat the water up and do that instead. We've been using a road shower. We're on a 6-week trip right now. We're in the middle of it. And yeah, I mean, it works great for pressurizing, but you got to pull the air compressor out. Then you got to get the hose out. You hook the hose up.
Pipe pump or something.
Yeah, and it doesn't really, that we've noticed so far, it doesn't really get hot. Like it gets room temperature, especially on the East Coast where you're surrounded by trees and stuff like that too. So
yeah,
this is a cool solution.
I really like it, the fact that you just have your water. You're not carrying another piece of gear.
Yeah. Thanks for talking to us.
Nice to meet you guys.
I'm actually going to come back later and buy one of these. So it's a Nalgene water bottle, just like a regular water bottle with a pressurizing system. So in 3 different settings. You just heard the guy talk about it. I think that's really cool because the road shower is actually becoming more and more of a pain in the to set up. Every time I need it, make sure it's pressurized, I got to take the air compressor out. The water is not usually room temperature. This, you could heat up water, pour it into the bottle, and he says that one bottle is definitely enough to take a whole shower and get yourself sudsed up and rinsed off. It seems really cool. I'm actually going to pick one up. I'm curious, try it out, give it a test. And we're obviously not being sponsored by these guys or anything. I'm actually going to purchase these products and give them a shot.
Because they actually look legit, and we would actually want to use these. So
yeah, it's a great idea. It doesn't take up any space. I mean, the road shower, I got to hook it to the roof rack.
And you can use it like as an actual water bottle. So
yeah, it's super cool.
So this is the Java can. It's a full espresso kit housed in a munition can. Comes with a mocha pot, makes 4 espresso shots, 4 cups because good coffee should always be shared. Comes with a stove, coffee bean grinder, you can make fresh ground coffee, and a frother and a pitcher that make lattes, cappuccinos, your pleasure, wherever you want, on top of a mountain, on a trail, you name it. There's enough room. This is the kit full, right? So enough room so you can put a fuel source, your favorite bean, some shelf-stable milk so you don't need to refrigerate it. All you need is a water source and you're good to go on the side of the road, wherever you want.
Cool. That's nice. Have you guys seen the FJ at the Performance Plus booth? He has a 1970 FJ and he has a bunch of these like ammo crates like in the back and he uses those for like storage.
Yeah,
so that's
sure.
actually pretty good.
Because they're watertight.
Yeah.
I mean, even so, we drove up from Florida. We're out of Florida, right?
Okay.
So the change in elevation every time we're open was like because it was pressurized at that point, right? So this is a durable thing. Even if you threw it in the back of the truck and it fell out, it's not even gonna hurt it. You know?
And they're all sunk into like styrofoam so they don't like rattle around.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
So the coffee thing is something we're not personally interested in that much because I mean we drink coffee but we're not like coffee connoisseurs, I guess you would say.
Right.
Something like that would be perfect for Peter McKinnon though because I know he likes coffee and if he were to do this lifestyle he would probably love that. here's like a little pop-up pit. We're not gonna have a spokesperson or a rep talk about it, but what are they? Campfire Defenders. This is a pop-up fire pit. If you really want to leave no trace, it looks like, no, this isn't foil. This is like,
No, it's like a tarp material, so you can just unhook it and then dump your ashes into a bag and take it with you. So you're actually leaving no trace. You're not building a fire pit or burning a hole in the ground.
yeah. For that, that's just more wasted space. We don't necessarily need that. Typically when we do go camping, we will find camp spots. Even if it's free, there will be somebody that have made a fire, so we'll make a fire there. But we have yet to make a fire on this trip. Maybe in the future we will, but we're not gonna use one of those. It's there, if you want it.
So how can I help you?
We're just checking these things out. I've got the Xbow Boards.
Okay.
They're big. They're a pain in the put anywhere. Like,
That's what we kind of hear all the time.
Just wondering about the durability of these compared to something that's actually like a solid.
I'm going to start off right here. If you can break it, we will replace it.
Okay.
So far, they were invented in 1975, but this model's been in production for 10 years. Only one warranty claim, and it wasn't the hinge. I'll tell you what happened. Semi-truck driver was trying to get out of the pinch. He stuck it underneath the tire accidentally in the dark, like this. He rolled over it like that. It didn't break the hinge. It actually bent this little panel in half.
Wow.
And he just sent him out a new one. He's good to go. If you can break it, we really want to know the story.
Yeah, that's good.
They're practically indestructible. That's how we can be confident about this.
I actually like that when companies do have a lifetime warranty, just because it's like, okay then.
Well, and it's a small mom and pop company.
Right.
This is Aaron. He's the son of the inventor. His mom and dad and him run this company, and you know they have huge contracts. They have military, government contracts. They have fleet contracts. This Overland Expo audience is kind of new. We've been with it for about 3 years, and so these have been around for a long time. And people are like, "Wow, I haven't seen that before." Well, that's our fault.
Yeah.
But now we're here, and every show we come, we bring more and more, and we sell out. This is all we have left. And we sold out half our inventory yesterday.
Wow.
So it's super simple. This is smooth intentionally, so of course patented. You get that underneath the tire, and it's articulate, so you can just wiggle it and wedge it. It has this narrow tongue, so it's easier to get in there. As you accelerate, it's going to slide and pull. As that slides and pulls, then the rest of this is going to dig in. You see? And because it's articulate, you can actually get out of some ditches a little bit easier. It will contour to the land. This is what I think is really cool about this design. As you're progressing, let's say you're not perfectly lined up with the tire's going this way. Well, this arch will pivot with that tire. So that weight and momentum of that tire is moving this and keeps this tread in line with where you need to go, keeping you out of the trouble, out of getting restuck in the sand.
That's really cool.
You can add as many panels as you want. What's really cool, a side effect of this, is that it can be used as a leveler in camp. Here's a 20,000 pound rig. He bought it just for leveling. We added 2 extra, he bought it 2 years ago at Expo. We added 2 extra panels for him because he says the first 2 inches just go into the mud because of the weight of his rig. And then he just levels his rig with these things. He says everything else he's bought has been broken. He just throws it all away. Had another guy come back, bought these last year. He says he has a Sprinter van. He says he uses it every day. I was like, you get stuck every day? He says, no, I level it every day. And he says, I threw everything else away. So.
That's really cool, and $110 for a pair.
Yeah.
And it comes with a bag.
And you really don't need more than 2, even with, I mean, most of the time when you get stuck, even a 4x4, you just have 1 tire that's kind of, and so you're just gonna get one of these out. You know, I stop a couple guys, they want to buy 4. It's like, I got 4 tires. You don't need 4.
Yeah.
If you've got all 4 tires buried, you're gonna need a winch.
Yeah.
Let's just face it, you're in trouble. So, let's see. Here it is. This material is specifically designed to be flexible. It's been tested at negative 40 degrees, still flexible. You don't want it to burst or crack or split on you. It will not bend this way because of these grooves, but it is meant to bend this way. So, you know, it's going to give, and that's what you want.
That's pretty cool, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Lifetime warranty, $110 for a set. We have Blue Ridge, they partnered with us. They made some nice bags for us, $140 with the bag.
Cool, thank you.
We are at Go Treads. It's a pretty interesting product. So I have yet to use or seen anybody use one of those. I'm new to the off-roading community. Have you ever used a Max Track or whatever?
Yeah, so I have a set of Xbow, which are similar to Max Tracks. They're plastic, not quite as flexible. They're long and they do take up space, and the fact that you can just fold those up and stick them wherever is really cool. I've used them. I find them to be a really useful recovery tool. I've used those more than I've used my winch. They piqued my interest. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying not to spend any money here, but it would be nice to take up a little less space, and I think those do a great job of that. I'm gonna have to watch some YouTube videos and see some people actually using them before I would even come back and talk to them. But for $110, the ones I bought were $120 for the pair. They did come with a bag. I didn't use the bag, but if you buy Max Tracks are $300, $400, something like that, and you're basically just doing the same thing. You need extra traction. You're trying to get yourself out of a sticky situation. Seems like those would work. You check them out, see what they got, and maybe come back and talk to them a little bit later.
This is Mother of Comfort, and they sell these like inflatable mini air mats. The only thing I don't like about it is that you have to inflate them. Like, you need, either you're going to be out of breath or you need air compressor. What we have is, you can inflate them, but they have like a memory foam.
Yeah, so the memory foam, when it's compressed and when you unroll it and you open the valve, the memory foam expands and that sucks air into the mattress, so that's how they're self-inflating. I always blow extra air into mine because I'm a little heavy, and I like a little bit more firmness to my cot. But it only takes like 2 breaths, maybe 2-3 breaths, not even heavy breaths. This, I would be sitting here huffing and puffing, and when you're high altitude, I'd probably pass out. You'd be all right. But
With this lifestyle, it's all about speed and just portability,
but also, because these are inflatable, they probably take up less space than our sleeping pads do.
yeah, right here.
Yeah, it's about a quarter of the size of even your sleeping pad.
Yeah.
Mine is probably 5 times the size of that. So there's, for motorcycles, smaller rigs or more constricted space, whether you're carrying a lot of other gear, this would probably be great if you got the lungs for it.
So this is plug and play solar. A lot of the solar kits are going to be very similar to where you can have an all-in-one kit where you plug in a solar panel and it charges it. They're all going to be very similar. If I see something that is new or different or anything to show, I'll show it, but this is similar to Goal Zero, similar price. It's all pretty much the same thing. This is Toughy products. They actually have like lock boxes, so you have something welded to the frame or to your actual vehicle, and you are able to lock your equipment in. Something like this I would like, because if I'm living in a vehicle, I want to put my computer and my camera equipment in somewhere that I can lock up, just in case if my vehicle does get broken into, I'll have my stuff locked up and they won't be able to get to it unless they lockpick it. That's possible. It probably is possible, but are these like bolted in? I'm assuming these are bolted in.
Yeah, they're bolted in. I mean, they might not be, but that's what you do. This is in the Jeep. They have like this company makes a center console for the Jeep, so you take the center console out, and then it's a lockable box, and you drive it with the top off and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're crossing the country or whatever, and one of the first things we were actually laughing and joking about was like an overlanding pair of underwear that like breathes and gives you a little bit more time in between changes and stuff. Is that kind of what this does? Or
yep, that's exactly it. That's the whole idea, basically.
Has anybody ever tested how long they've worn?
I've used my own pair for a 12-day hike.
Okay.
Same one. It got a bit stinky the last couple of days, but it held up pretty well. Performance stayed the same. Just ordered it to give it a follow. My wife kind of bitched about it, but and I would probably recommend taking 2. I mean, they dry out really fast, so I would wash one, dry it out, use the other one during the day.
So that was Native Planet. It's kind of hard to tell of how stuff like that would perform, so I have been interested in a pair of underwear, and I bought a pair, so let's see if one pair can last me the rest of this trip without washing. If you want to know, watch us on the Trans-America Trail. This is Expedition Essentials. Me and Brandon were actually talking about the similar system to how they have this, where it's on a dash, where you have a bunch of screw holes in it, where you can attach gizmos and gadgets and all that kind of stuff where you need it. We need this kind of stuff because I have so much crap and photography stuff all over the place that I need to mount and to have in a nice place. Right now it's just a mess. So this is in the Tacoma.
Yeah, so it just kind of replaces the center console plastic piece with their own, and then it has the whole mounting system mounted to that. It's pretty cool.
This is what we sell. This is a lightweight, compact. This outlives aluminum by a factor of 3. Aluminum snaps. Once it snaps, you're never going to have bended back. It doesn't have that kind of memory where you're going to put it back where it was, and now it's going to be okay. It's not. Vinyl, 3 years. All vinyls go away in 3 years. They become very brittle. They snap, break. Plus, there's parts. You know, there's clips and there's locks and things like that. It said none of that. So the reason they bought this one is not only because it was compact and so on, but because this will hold a 350-pound seated person, which is 125 pounds more than the regular one. And there's no parts. I mean, it's really hard to wrap your head around how simple this is. And when you do that, it takes a minute to, like, what? I've been buying all these complicated things with expenses, and it's got parts and guarantees, huh? This is it. And this is allowable in any national park, the others are not. You can go anywhere with this. These are cornstarch degradable liners. You bury them 3 inches, you're good to go. So that's it. Now you know. So in case later, you say, oh yeah, you know, we got something maybe that's better. There you go.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you talking to us. The liners are cool. So how much is it for like a pack of liners, and how many come?
Well, the liners, if you go online, you know, without all the BS that goes on for shows, this is $12 at like someplace like REI or Cabela's plus tax. Here it's $5 because we're trying to push them out there.
Right.
And this would be $29.95 or $30 plus shipping and what have you. By the time you're done, they got you for another $12, $14 and something like that. Here, this is $30, tax included, so you're saving quite a bit. This, by the time you order it, the same thing, ship it and so on, all together, like right here, you're saving $40 by buying it here. So $5, $25, $70.
There's 12 liners in the pack.
There's 12 liners in your packet, and this already comes with 3 in there. Each box has 3.
Cool.
That's what we call the starter kit.
Yeah.
Appreciate you talking to us, man.
Oh, thank you.
Richard, I'm Brandon.
Thank you for stopping by.
So obviously that's fixed into the Tacoma. So Shane developed the 12 volt mate. So it's a 25 amp red arc battery management system in the top of the box.
Okay.
So that's a 30 amp, but however that's solar, shore power, battery management, DC power. This is just kind of the simplified version, still 25 amps in a portable box. So say in your Jeep, all you need to do is just run a fusible lead, 10, 12 gauge lead from the start battery to the box, to a 50 amp Anderson, and you can take it between different vehicles. So like my wife.
Does this system actually handle the management like a solenoid, like if you had?
Yeah. So we've got a 135 watt going in. Obviously this one's just for display right now, but got it coming in. It's going through the red arc, and then we're charging the battery as well. Now granted, I'm in the shadow, but I need to have someone just sit here and hold it up for the day because the clouds keep on moving. But no, I mean everything's fused. What you see is what you get. We currently have it listed at $12.50. Joe Special, take $100 off. But and then the correct way to do it is to put in this one we have a full river battery, 115 amp hour AGM, and so an AGM, technically speaking, you should only take it down to 50%.
Yeah.
So 115 divided by 2, you're in that, what is that, 67 and a half range. Get an Odyssey or another gel battery. They're like 67 at 100%. Unless you get a really expensive one. So it's like, all right, let's get a little bigger so we can come down. I mean, you can take it down to 0. Your average is obviously going to change, but with the full river AGM, it's rated for about 400 cycles. Oh. Now, granted, it's a $300 battery, but it works.
Yeah, so the Optima Yellow Top is a $300 battery too.
So CNC laser cut, CAD drawn, aluminum, it's TIG welded, powder coated as well. So put it in the back of the truck, strap it down, and keep on going.
Cool, man.
There's so many of these boxes, and they're not true dual battery management boxes with solar as well. You can't get them wet. I mean, with a Jeep, take the top off, it's like, you don't want to sit there and babysit the battery.
Yeah.
So everything we did is all on aluminum because I don't want to worry about rust. I don't want to worry about painting the daggone thing. It's like, let's do the nicest and the best, and forget about it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup.
So
I was looking into a dual battery setup before I left, and by the time you get the kit and move the other batteries around and you get another battery, like I was like, this is gonna be really expensive, and I didn't want to put the battery up front. I wanted something I could take out, move around, use it as like a generator as I'm just sitting at camp or something like that.
Well, so I mean, a lot of this kind of the catalyst to the design in Australia was the majority of the national parks and national forests in Australia, you're not allowed to use a generator. It's not just a limited hour, you can't use a generator. So hence the creation of the kind of the auto electric market, and then the innovation of all these different products. So
Very cool.
We're states are a little behind the Australians.
Yeah.
By like 10 or 15 years. So I went to a show in Brisbane, Moreton Bay in February, and it was this, but there was 100 camper vans. You know, we're not aware of anyone else doing this exact setup. You know, there's still some Red Arc, but not that setup. And then, you know, there's 100 of this, 100 of that. There's 50 different trays. You know, all these guys, and then you come here, and it's like, wow, it's a limited market.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they have a 100th of the population.
It's just like how it has like a strap to hold the nozzle. You know what I mean? Like a window.
Oh, and they have like a self press.
Oh, okay. Yep.
How's this? Oh, you just like step on it?
Yeah, to create pressure.
Cool.
It's cool.
So you step on that, if I can get it. Step on that, create pressure, and it's a shower. And this bag is black, so you set it out in the heat, it heats up.
I'm guessing that's the size of the package. It's all packed up.
Yeah, probably.
How long does it take to set up?
I set it up yesterday myself in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah. With two people,
Ones that
goes
you
a little
just
faster.
pull out of the thing and it flops open, but it's like really just it's crap.
Well, it's one hub up there, so it's a separate hub, and then there are 4 poles that are separate, but they're all the same, so they can fit together pretty easily. And you splay them out like a spider, and then you simply put the ends in the grommet. It was so windy when we set it up, hence the little dry rig rubber bands there and the rocks, because we couldn't stake in here. But then you just pop on the edges, and there you go. You've got a shower tent.
And is the bottom removable, or is that
The bottom
like,
is not removable, but it does come with a French drain, if
Okay.
you notice.
Yep.
So it drains out there. Full privacy. Some of the features are that it has a towel rack up here,
Cool.
So you can keep your towel dry.
saw the strap to hold the shower nozzle?
Yep, totally. Toilet paper stays dry in here. Toiletries go here. So if you pair it with the Helio LX, it's a 10-minute hands-free shower. And just periodically you have to pump to maintain your pressure a little bit. But you'll get 10 minutes, and that's a hands-free nozzle right there.
Nice.
Nice little feature nobody knows about is that there is a zipper lock, so you can lock people out if you really want a lot of privacy.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And how much would like this whole complete package cost?
So this is $149 for that, and that's $149 for that.
Okay.
We have the other version of the Helio, which is a 3-gallon version, and that's $99.
Oh, okay.
So you can either get the 6-gallon version or the 3-gallon version, and that one does about 5 minutes of continuous
Is this
spray.
something you can like leave out and strap to the roof of your truck or whatever to have the water heat up
Yep.
because it's black? Or?
Yeah, so you can either use it as a sun shower, or the cool thing is, unlike a lot of ones, you can pour boiling water directly into it because it is welded construction and it's going to withstand that just fine. So a lot of people pour part boiling water into it, part cold water into it, and have an instant warm shower. You don't want a hot shower. Not that hot, at least.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Enjoy.
We are seeing a lot of road shower replacements actually that
Are more affordable.
more affordable. Yeah, the tent was $150. I personally would find something else. I would just use your little stand-up thing.
Yeah.
How much was that?
That was, well, the one I bought?
Yeah.
$30. I
Yeah.
think.
But then using that system where it's a bag, you self-pump it. I liked a lot of the self-pump type of features instead of having to compress it. Like, yeah, it's nice to have like really high pressured water, but
Yeah.
it's cold in the road shower, so that was neat.
So, as you saw the other day, I tried to cook breakfast for everybody on these Tempo Tusk scottles, and when I went to go light it, the knob on the burner was a little janky for some reason, but whatever, I turned it to the left, I went to go light it, it lit, and then within 5 minutes we noticed that there was flames coming from underneath the cooktop part of it, and when we looked closer, we realized that the regulator was actually broken. It was leaking gas, and it actually shut itself off because the tank leaked gas overnight. So we're actually going to go talk to these guys and ask them what their life expectancy on these things is, what kind of warranty they have, if any, The cooktop is also starting to wear out. Aaron's only used like a plastic spatula on it. He's never used metal. And the ceramic coating or something is starting to get messed up in the middle, and it's starting to like mess with the heat dissipation of the whole thing. So stuff is only getting really, really hot in the middle, and it's not dissipating to the outsides, which is supposed to keep things warm as you cook it. So we're just going to talk to these guys and see if they have any ideas or see what their explanations are, or what we should expect when you buy a $350 camp stove. So I just wanted to know what the bigger, I see you got all the small ones out now, with the bigger model, like what the life expectancy on them is, and like what kind of warranty, if any kind of warranty.
For life expectancy, I mean, you should be able to give this to your grandkids. It's cast iron. It's tough as nails. We haven't had any issues. If you have an issue, send us an email and we'll get you a new one. If it's of our fault,
Okay.
We'll get that fixed up for you.
So a couple, we noticed somebody that we're running on the trail with who. He's used to kind of heavy, but always used plastic spatula.
Yeah.
Never, scraped at the top or whatever. And the other day we went to go use it, and the actual regulator, like, I don't know what happened to it, but it started like spouting fire like out of the side of it or whatever. We ended up clamping. It's cool because it has the clamp setup, so we have clamped another burner from a different setup underneath it, and it works fine. But also the top seems to be like wearing out in the center, and it's kind of messing with the heat dissipation. Like it's not really distributing heat to the outside anymore. Is that something that like they can either like re-season it or refinish it, or is that just something they should contact you about to try to like?
I think I know who you're talking about. So we gave him a new burner. What we were thinking is because what happened is that's a safety valve that blew. Sometimes happens if you're at weird altitudes. There's a little spring in there and a diaphragm that tends to blow after a while. What could be is the seasoning, but also if his safety valve blew out, it's probably going to give a weird burn or a weird burn pattern. So with the new burner, it's going to give you a much nicer pattern, but also with his seasoning, he can put oil on there, put it in the barbecue for about an hour, and it should be able to re-season. Or he can cook bacon on it and spread the bacon grease all around it.
Hey man, I'm all about cooking bacon every day.
So who hates cooking bacon? So put bacon on there, and that's the best kind of re-seasoning because you get to eat it once you're done.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I only came over to talk to you like this because we're actually in the market for one, and that was the first time I ever tried to cook on it.
Yeah.
Was that the day that happened?
Yeah.
I was like,
it wasn't the best representation, but I mean, people love them. They get rid of their whole setups. I ditched my stove, ditched all the pots and pans. So,
cool. I appreciate you talking to us.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, we might actually end up talking to you before we go because we're in the market. I didn't even realize that you guys had a smaller.
Yeah, I mean, we had people coming by and they're like, yeah, you know what? We love your big scuttle. But you know what, it's just too big for us to take around for just two of us, if it's a couple or whatever. So we're like, well, you know what, let's listen to the people, So we made a 12-inch pan. We actually pressed these ourselves out of a 16-gauge steel. We have many adapters for different stoves. So we have the 3 clips, and you can basically put a handful of stoves underneath here. Cool. We have a kit with the GSI Glacier. We really like that burner. It gives a nice wide burn pattern, so you're able to cook quite a bit on there. So you can probably cook to 3 people on it for this.
Yeah. Because we're on a trip right now, and there's only 2 of us, and it's just a pain to keep cleaning the pan, keep cleaning the stove because it gets grease all over it.
Yeah,
and it just
gets
becomes
dirty,
messy and sticky and like super weird. How much are the smaller ones?
So for a kit, it's the scuttle, the burner, the legs, and then the bag. And it comes in this bag here. It weighs about 4 pounds or 3 pounds 4 ounces. Everything's all self-contained. It's in a little sleeve right there, so it doesn't fly around in there and get everything all dirty. Legs are in here as well in their own little pouch. You can put extra gas canisters in here, along with utensils.
Is it a Velcro on the back?
Yeah, we got Molly and Velcro on the back, so if you want to strap it to your backpack or to a side of a bike. If you want to put labeling on there, if it's in your setup, you can look at it and go, oh, that's the Adventure Scuttle. So we're selling that for $275. And then for the full-size kit, it's also $275.
Oh, okay.
So you get the bag, the leg bag, and the burner, all self-contained in that bag.
Cool. Good to know.
So they're selling like hotcakes. So
I guess so.
Don't wait too long.
All right. Good luck, man. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
So there was nothing crazy that stood out except for the large baby wipe that we're gonna try out, which should be cool. We've been looking at that before here, and then the hand pump shower Nageline water bottle thing, which was cool. Other than that, it's just, honestly, a lot of it's just a bunch of crap that you don't really need. Like, I'm sorry as it is, it's like, some people may actually use different stuff, but for us, there's a lot of stuff that we don't need. You can find different alternatives. It's just extra garbage that adds weight and space that you have to think, do I need this? Do you really need it? The only way to figure that out is actually go out, do stuff, and figure out what you need before buying it. Because you'll know what you need when you go do it instead of thinking you need it. Because more than likely, you don't need it.
Thanks for watching. Quick like, subscribe, comment, share it with your mama, do all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time.
Here, I forgot to mention that we are in the middle of the Trans-America Trail, which is from coast to coast. We started in Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, and we're ending in Portland, Oregon. So, if you're a viewer here, if you're a new viewer, please subscribe, and you will see us continue this trip. We already have, I think, 17 videos up from this trip so far. We're going back to Trinidad, Colorado to continue. Yeah, take a look. It should be fun if you want to see more of this kind of content.